Guys, we are talking about some premium knives that make you just say,
yes, please.
Yeah, we've got 6 knives to run through, 3 folders, 3 fixed blades. These are going to be amazing premium knives to look out. Right now, it's time for Guys Talk Knives. What is up, people? We are brought to you by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, smkw.com, and I have Melina in the studio with us today.
I'm not Swags, I'm not Jason, and I'm not a guy.
That is true, but we're all guys on this show. We are all guys on this show. Guys is unisex. We are not.
I missed the meeting that day.
Well, we are all guys. You are one of the guys today. This woman follows me home every day. I don't know what to do. She is my wife.
Yes.
And we've been married 22 years, but we're going to hang through this show without trying to kill each other or stab each other with one of these things.
I'm super glad that you remember that we've been married 22 years.
Because you probably wouldn't have done it.
Never.
So this is pretty cool, though, because we've got some great knives to look at today that are super premium knives.
Yes.
Guys, you're going to have to dig into your wallet to get these knives. It's no joke. These are premium knives, but the quality is amazing.
That Reate is fantastic.
Oh, the Reate's beautiful. We got a Spyderco. We've got a bunch of different ones to go through. 3 fixed blades that we'll get to after the break, and 3 folders to start with. I love this Epoch from Reate. It's been one of my favorites for a very, very long time. And I love Reate mainly for, you're just going to whip that up here, throw it on the table. She was jumping the gun trying to read the notes before I did this.
I get nervous.
So what's nice about Reate, if you're not familiar with this brand, this is very much a high-end Chinese brand. The materials are amazing from top to bottom, but what we love every time is that action. It just doesn't get any better. For a knife that is this size, to have that kind of action, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to go ahead.
We would call that pretty much a mid-size, wouldn't we?
Based on what the measurements are, I would say that's a full-size EDC.
Would you?
Yeah. And let's go ahead and look at it. We'll pull it down here for everybody to see. If you're listening on the podcast, I have got what I call a full-size EDC. How much is it closed? That's really the key.
The closed length is just over 4.5 inches.
Okay. Just over 4.5. I put anything over 4.5 into the 5 range as a full-size EDC. That's going to fill up a lot of your pocket, right? What is the open length?
The overall length is 8.5.
So 8.5. Yeah, that's a good size. You don't get much bigger than that on a regular EDC. So I would put that as a full-size EDC. This is the Reate Epoch. It is as close to a gentleman's full-size EDC as you can possibly get. Run through the specs on this thing because it's pretty crazy.
It has a 3.6-inch stonewash finished CTS 204P drop point.
That is great steel there.
It is. It has a choke, stonewash titanium handle with a mokutai inlay.
So, guys, if you don't know what mokutai is, this is actually a blend of titanium, and there's another substance that it goes with, but they make titanium Damascus, and it is gorgeous. I know that's probably a little hard to see, but this whole inlay right here is mokutai. It is extremely, from what I understand, hard to do. And the color happens to it. So that color happens in this process. It's not just going to happen all by itself. They don't make it that color. It becomes that color as they're doing the process. So that's the mokutai inlay that makes this thing amazing. Tell us about the rest of this knife, and I'm going to flip it over so they can see.
It's a manual flipper with ceramic ball bearings.
Of course.
Has a really nice frame lock on it. Tip-up pocket clip. And again, it's 4.6 inches overall. Closed.
Closed, yeah. So 4.6 inches in your pocket, 8.5 overall. It's a really sturdy frame lock.
Now, doesn't that also have the steel lock bar insert?
It does. It does. Right inside there. So you're going to get good play and good strength out of your frame lock as it goes. But this thing is just amazing. How much is this going to dent your pocketbook, though?
About $300.
About $300 on this. And I think this one was actually on sale on the website. I'm pretty certain of it.
The Epochs occasionally go up on the flash sales.
Okay, nice.
So, and you'll see those for less than $300.
Right. For anybody who says that something that only junk comes out of China, I'm telling you, pick up and hold a Reate. This knife right here, All premium materials, just amazing, amazing stuff. I'm gonna play chess with that and just keep moving it back because you have it in my shot on the other side. Yep, just move your stuff. Are you good? Are you good? Are you settled? That's the Reate Epoch. $300 for that. That is the first of our premium knives on this. Yes, please. I'd put that in my pocket in a second. Here. Oh, wait. Close it. Here. Look at you, weak finger.
Weak finger.
Weak finger. There you go.
I do like it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very, very nice.
I like that the Mokutai is just subtle.
It is subtle. It has little blue and purpley swirls in it, which is, indicative of Damascus, and this time titanium Damascus.
Just a touch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Doesn't quite get as fancy as the next one we're going to look at, though.
Oh, I really like this one.
So you got to tell me the name on this one because I've forgotten it off the top of my head.
It's the Chaparral.
Oh, it is the Chaparral, but it's
one of those.
It's got a.
Yeah, it's this Spyderco Chaparral. It's the blue stepped.
That's what I was looking for.
Titanium version.
Okay, this is the blue stepped Spyderco Chaparral. This is the smallest knife we have on the table today. Tell us about this one. She puts her notes back every time.
What? Anyway, this is a 2.75-inch satin finish CTS XHP drop point.
Yep.
It opens with a trademark round hole. It has thumb ridges, solid stepped titanium handles with a. Is that a tip? Wait, flip it over. Is it reversible?
It is reversible.
With a reversible tip-up pocket clip.
Yes.
It's just over 3.5 closed and 6 3/8 overall.
So this is a mid-locking back on a Spyderco. This one has the round hole in it, but really what everybody's going to get into this one for, and it's why it was specially done, it is that stepped titanium handle.
It's gorgeous.
It's amazing. So what they say in the write-up about this thing is that the stepped titanium handle actually has no curved lines in it at all. All those are straight lines in there, but they end up making this look like they're curved. This is almost embossed, right? So it's stepped. The titanium has actually been basically carved. I don't know, carved, stamped. I don't know how the process works per se.
Or CNC.
Or CNC. It could have. It probably is.
Yeah.
But then they have the different blue material in there as well. And it just...
When you're looking at it, I didn't realize that there were no curves to it.
Yeah.
Until you pointed that out. And it's absolutely gorgeous.
It really is. This thing has the standard, what I call the leaf-shaped blade from Spyderco. Yep. If you're listening on the podcast, you're talking about a real gentleman's knife right here. The handle is small enough to go down in your pocket. It's gorgeous enough to be a conversation starter when it comes out. You can, of course, one-hand it easily with the round hole. I'm sure if you work this one a little bit more, you'd be able to do the Spidey flick. It's not going to do it for me at all right now. It's too tight at this point. Work some oil in there, do all of that.
And it's fully ambidextrous.
Yeah. You got to talk louder. I know you talk louder to me all the time. You're just going to throw it away and go to the next thing? I thought you'd open it and maybe talk about it.
Oh, no. See, because I'm not good with Spidey holes.
You're not good with Spidey holes?
I'm not good. I'm not good with Spidey anything.
Well.
Like spiders.
Oh. You hate spiders.
I hate spiders.
That is absolutely true.
But I like spiders. I'm just not good with the... I'm floundering. Guys, I get super stage Friday, which is why...
She does. That's why she's just sitting there. I'm just going to let her flounder, too. I'm just going to let her hang out there all by herself.
Well, if you watch the lives, you know we've discussed the fact that I don't like being on air.
That is absolutely true. She is subbing in today, and she's doing a great job of it. That Spyderco, though...
Here's what's nice about this size, and especially... because it's so pretty. It's perfect for girl pockets.
It really is.
It's a short.
Yep.
Like our.
And what we've discovered over and over on this show is that the women want high-end quality knives, and pink doesn't even play into it.
No.
No.
No, I don't want a pink knife. Thank you.
Yeah, but you want a fancy knife.
I do want a fancy knife.
Yes, absolutely. How much did this one cost?
This one was $243.
$243.
Just over.
So just over $243 on this thing. This is the Spyderco Chaparral.
Yes.
It's very, very nice.
Stepped blue titanium?
Stepped titanium.
Blue stepped titanium.
Blue stepped titanium.
Blue.
Nice. We're going to move on to our third folder, and then after the break, we're going to get into some fixed blade knives. I love this one. This is probably my favorite thing on the table. And it wasn't until I flipped it.
Oh, I love this one. I like the way it closes.
So if you grab your notes, this is the Hogue X5.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, this is a button lock EDC folder. I freaking love this thing. The action on it, it's like Hogue has found the perfect way to put that flipper in the exact right spot, and it goes like magic. You would think that is an automatic knife by how well that actually flips. If you're listening on the podcast, we're going to hit the specs for you right now on this X5. Melina, go ahead.
It is a 3.5 black Cerakote CPM 154 Mohawk blade.
Okay, so guys, if you don't know what a Mohawk blade is, some people call them some other different things, but if you can look at this blade, see how it looks like it has a little mohawk on it? Some people call this a harpoon blade, right?
Rick Hinder tends to call them a harpoon. Everyone else tends to call it a mohawk.
Yeah, it just looks like it has a little mohawk. I love that blade style. How long was that blade again?
3.5 inches.
So that's a good, this is a full-size EDC, easily. Yes. Full-size EDC.
I would actually call that a large EDC.
Yeah, well, especially for the blade width.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you say what the coating was on that blade?
Black Cerakote.
Black? Oh, wow. So nothing is happening to this blade.
Correct.
Yeah. You've got protected all the way. I'm going to flip this around. It's a button lock. Go ahead with the rest of the stats.
It's a manual flipper with ball bearing pivot.
Yep.
A push button lock with manual safety.
Yep.
The black anodized aluminum handle has G-Mascus, which is the black G10 mini piranha inserts.
Mini piranha. Little baby piranhas.
It has a deep carry ambidextrous stainless steel pocket clip. It is 4.75 inches closed and just over 8 inches overall. And it is made in the U.S.
Yeah. USA made on this Hogue X5. Hogue is doing some really, really cool stuff. I like this push button lock.
See, when you go down to the showroom, you will see guys all the time handing their wives the teeniest, tiniest pocket knife they can find. I'd rather have this one. I love the action on it. And I love the lock on it.
Yeah.
Because it falls down.
Yeah, you don't have to mess with the inside of the knife at all. You don't have to chip that pretty nail polish that you have on the inside of that at all.
You know.
Oh, you got your knife finger right there.
Yeah, knife finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old knives.
Are you just going to cut me in the face with that thing?
Your face is nowhere near it.
So sorry.
It just looks like it to them.
It looked like it to me. There's a safety right here too, guys. So if you close this up, use the button lock to close, you can put the safety on, and it's, whoa, I didn't get the safety on. Well.
I didn't realize there was a safety.
You just read it out loud.
But that didn't.
Why did it? Well, I'm not working the safety properly, but that is a safety switch on that. I'll have to do a little investigating to figure out exactly how it works. You know what you left off on this one? How much does it cost?
$220.
$220 on this, but you're talking about something that's really precision, great steel in the blade.
It is.
Mohawk blade itself, just the little mini piranha G10 or Damascus, is that what they call it? Damascus. These names that some knife companies come up with just crack me up. Yeah.
And again, it's fully ambidextrous.
Yeah, we figured that out pretty easily. It was on the idea that you could open it left-handed, and because the button is over there, you just use your finger on the other side. So yeah, you lefties out there, that's a pretty good knife to have, and it's a nice premium Hogue. I like this knife a lot. Of course, it is amongst the 22,000 products that we carry online right now. And if you didn't remember this, guys, you need to remember this. Free priority mail shipping is now standard on any order that is over $99. Any order that you put together that is $99 or more, it's free priority mail shipping. Now, that's not cruddy first class, right?
No, it's priority mail.
Priority mail, and we've had people get stuff as quickly as 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we're going to run it through our warehouse. It's, big and badass out in Dandridge. We're going to fill your order, and then we're going to ship it right to you at priority mail shipping. If you do it over an order over $99, it is absolutely free. We're, of course, brought to you by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, smkw.com, the world's largest knife store. If you haven't come and seen us here in Sevierville, please do. It is knife heaven.
Yes.
It is absolutely knife heaven. 1.5 million visitors every single year walk through those doors. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to this video. We're going to have to take a little bit of a break right now. We're going to come back on the other side and talk about fixed blades, but we will be right back with more Guys Talk Knives. we are back with more Guys Talk Knives. Sitting in the chair beside me is my wife, Melina.
Hello.
And
again.
Hello. You're like what full Mrs. Doubtfire right there.
Hello.
Well, at least we got the fixed blades now. We're going to get into these. We're talking premium knives today. This is the Yes Please episode because everything that I'm showing and I picked today, if you offered it to me, I would say...
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Put that in my pocket. Give me that to stick in my belt. We're going to jump right back into these. The next is one that I think people don't think of as a case, but it is a case. It's a case Winkler,
knife.
Right?
Yes.
It's the Winkler Skinner. This thing, guys, if you're listening on the podcast, I'm holding a knife that is how long overall?
9.6 inches.
9.6 inches. It is a skinning knife, and it has probably one of the most gorgeous G10 handles that I have ever seen on it.
Yes, it's a sculpted multi-camo G10.
I mean, look at that.
So if you look really close in there, you'll see that it has all the colors.
It does. They really layered that G10 really, really well, and then they have sculpted this thing. I can turn it like this so you can see. They've sculpted it so that it has nice spots for your fingers to rest in, but it reveals all the different color layers as you go through. Go ahead.
It's also really subtle.
Yeah.
It doesn't come across as subtle on camera.
So to me,
I think it's just gorgeous.
This is like the perfect mix in my mind of a modern knife and a classic knife.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit of the history of this, the whole thing, because I think people don't really know what a case Winkler is. So tell me this portion right here.
So this is a collaboration to honor American heroes. The Case Winkler Skinner is a rugged field knife made in collaboration with renowned knife maker and master bladesmith Daniel Winkler and Kevin Holland, who is a U.S. Special Operations veteran and Navy SEAL.
Right. And so these guys collaborated with Case, and they've come up with these knives, and they are made to honor American heroes. I love the thickness on this thing. How thick is that blade? I think I left that in there.
I
may not have.
Did not.
I did not. I'm going to say that
is just under. I would guess just under a quarter inch.
I agree with you. I think it is just under a quarter. The blade itself. What is the steel in this blade?
That is 80 CRV2 with a distal taper and a Caswell finish.
Nice. Those are fancy words used right there.
Yes, and I don't know what any of them mean.
I don't either. I really should have investigated just a little bit more. The 80CR, I'm going to guess, is a high chromium steel. It's going to be more like your high carbon steels. The coating itself, a Caswell finish. I'm going to guess it's some sort of coating on there, or it is a tempered finish of some kind. I love this little jimping detail. Did you see that there?
Let me show it on the camera. It's not.
Let me show it. Look at that right there. That is just a really nice touch.
It is.
So instead of just regular old cross jimping, you've got this fancy little thing here. And then, of course, you've got the Winkler stamp on the back.
It's just enough to give slip resistance without wearing you out.
That is absolutely true. I like this high quality case, black leather shield. It's sheath.
With belt loop attachment.
Yeah. Well, and it actually looks like that would screw off of there, right?
Yeah, it does.
So this belt sheath has flathead screws in it. It looks like it also has a tie down here. But this thing, I mean, that's nice. It sits deep. It's got the molded black leather sheath. How much is this bad boy though?
$317.
$317.
Now, if you're curious about more about the knife, though, when you buy it, it also comes with a story/blade care card.
There. You can read the story once you buy this little bad boy.
And it also comes with special Case Winkler packaging and tang stamps.
Yes. Showed the tang stamps just a second ago. Made in the USA by Case. It's an amazing product from Case and Winkler working together. There are several different ones of these, right?
There's a whole series.
Yeah, there's
some have micarta handles.
3, 4. Yeah.
And I think they just came out with a new one, maybe.
I'm pretty sure they got a new one coming. I don't know.
Was it not out yet?
I don't know.
It's just coming.
Don't know. It's probably on its way. I know that I saw some talk about it from SHOT this year, but I have not seen it in person at this point. So go on and just type Case Winkler into our search box on smkw.com, and you're going to see these. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. See, that is really nice.
No, it's nice.
I like
it's got a great balance to it.
It does. It rests just at the back edge. I like it.
Yeah, the choil there up front that is made by the blade.
Grip.
It's going to protect your hand quite a bit. I don't know if you'd make that a user. It is definitely a user if you want it to be. You could beat the tar out of that knife, and it would be just fine.
I would make it a user.
Absolutely. A lot of people, though, are going to stick that on the shelf with the rest of their collection.
Well, yeah.
Especially at that $300 price tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you wanted me to show the next one because you've been... No, that is not the one. We're not going to that one yet. We're going to the Blackjack. USA-made Blackjack knife. This knife is just absolutely gorgeous.
It's about as classic as you can get.
It really is.
With just a slight modern twist to it.
Yes. This knife comes with a leather sheath. If you're listening on the podcast right now, the one thing I could say to you is think traditional like marble style knife. Think a traditional Randall style knife. This thing is just gorgeous. You got the brass pommel, you got the brass guard, you've got black, red, and white spacers at each end. And this is actually linen micarta.
Yes.
The feel of it to me, I always think micarta being rough, and it's not. This is smooth, polished micarta, and it is gorgeous. The steel in this blade, tell us, grab your notes there. It is a large clip point, almost like a Bowie.
It's a 6.75-inch Damascus steel clip point.
Yep.
It's a green micarta handle with red, white, and black spacers. The blade thickness is 3/16.
Yeah, that's a thick blade, especially for Damascus.
Yes.
That is a thick blade.
Yes.
I love that you have the pommel screw on the bottom of this.
Yes.
On the butt cap there. That is really, really nice.
And that is a brass guard and pommel with a lanyard hole.
Now, see, I see this one as a decorative piece.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use it.
You could.
It's going to be just fine. But I see this as a collector. This is the one I keep pristine. I do not store it anywhere near this sheath at all. I keep all the packaging, every bit of it. And then down the road, I either just keep enjoying it as part of my collection or I sell it to somebody.
And every few months or so, you come through and you clean up the brass.
Yeah. You definitely want to do that for sure. Price.
The cost on that one is $270.
$270. That's not bad.
No, it's not
especially for the thickness and that stuff. USA made.
It is US
craftsmanship. I mean, it's just that's a great.
It's 12
knife.
inches overall.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I dig it. I really dig it. I like the blade shape. I'm gonna go back down here for just a second.
I actually really like the handles.
Oh, the handles are gorgeous. That's a given, I think.
Yeah.
But the blade shape to me is like somebody took a Bowie knife and just stretched it out.
I can see that.
Yep. It's got that real commando blade feel. It's like the second Rambo blade was very that, except it was a little bit more audacious in its styling.
It was, and that's basically the attack knife from World War...
Something? Z? The one with the zombies?
1 or 2?
Uh-huh.
I'm bad that way.
Uh-huh. One of those World Wars where we fought the Germans and won. Right before they bombed Pearl Harbor.
But yeah, it's
Yes, I went Animal House. Sorry.
I'm gonna stab him with that knife.
She has to wrestle it from me first. It is what it is. That right there is the Blackjack, USA made in classic blades. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. We've got one more, and it is the one that you definitely wanted me to show. The one I'm sure going to ramble about. I'm going to let you talk about it. I'll hold it.
You hold it.
Okay.
You hold it. That is a custom Joe Pardue fixed blade. Has a hugely beefy spine. The G10 handles are pillowed. It is, let me get my notes out.
Yeah, talk right to that mic, though.
A 3.5-inch D2 tool steel with a satin finish, and it's a drop point. Did we not include? You did not. You are bad. The blade thickness on that is just about a 1/4 inch, maybe a shade underneath it.
Yep.
The sculpted G10 handles, it is full tang. The sculpted G10 handles, what you can't see is that it's pillowed. So it has a really, really comfortable grip.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It feels great in the hand.
The tang on it is etched with J. Pardue, who is the maker. He is the son of Mel Pardue.
Nice.
Who you might know.
Yes. And who you see listed on a lot of different of the Benchmades and Spydercos and other stuff.
And he actually is designed for Ontario and a couple of others.
Right. So we only had 25 of these ever, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We only had 25 of these, and we've had them for a while. We just came back to them. I think they found them again.
They found them on a shelf.
Yeah, so this is the sad part about working in the world's largest knife store. Sometimes really awesome stuff gets set aside for a special time, and you're like, we forgot we had it.
My guy at the warehouse called up and said, we found these, and we've had them for a hot second. I need you to get rid of them.
So, exactly. So we got them back up on the web. That Pardue etch is literally, it looks almost like it's hand etched. I'm going to put it down here and see if I can actually get to that. Yeah, there you can see it.
It's got a really nice recurve to it.
Right
so
there.
You get a really nice slice on it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you're listening on the podcast, you're talking about a small hunter. This is a fixed blade knife, full tang. It has the blade is just fat, in my opinion. It is fat. It's got a great little recurve. It's got that dip point so that if you were skinning out something, you can really get in there and not get stuck at that point. Not that you probably want to use a custom knife to do this. The handles are gorgeous and extremely comfortable. Got the lanyard hole in one end. It is thick, and you can tell some real hard work went into this thing.
One of the details you can't really see, though, is, like you've said, that blade, the strikings along the spine and the what's that part called?
The tang?
Yeah, but you see the marks.
I do. I see all those fingerprints you put on it too, which cracks me up.
Which is hilarious since I'm usually the fingerprint Nazi.
She is the fingerprint Nazi. She is.
But
I don't know what you're after, so I can't help you out.
Yeah, it's like strike marks.
You're treading water, and I don't have a life preserver.
It's like tread marks. You can't really see it up until you're really close, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Where? What are you talking about?
Oh, wait. It wasn't on this one.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about, imaginary stuff.
It was on the other one.
Yes.
So each one is handmade.
Yes,
I don't know
they
if we
are
mentioned
handmade.
that.
They are handmade. They do come with their own leather sheath, which you should not store this in.
No.
Do not store this in the sheath. Did you just eat your word?
I did.
It did.
I started to
Those
fuss.
are 3 fixed blades we've got. This has been the Yes Please episode. I would take any one of these. What's your favorite thing we looked at today?
This one.
Oh,
all together?
All together, of everything.
It's toss.
I'm going to laugh. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll pick a fixed blade too. I'm going with a Hogue. I'm with you on the Hogue. After I did that a few
that means
times.
You could buy 2 of them. One for me and one for you.
Yeah, sure. I'll just, we won't eat or anything for a couple of months. We'll be fine. I like that Hogue a lot, especially with its button lock. And I'm going to go away from you on the fixed blade. I like the Winkler. There's something that just screams classic to me, and I absolutely love it. Guys, if you're not following us on Instagram, if you're not following us on Facebook, if you're not following us on Twitter, you really need to be. We need your help. On Facebook alone, we have 98,000 people heading towards 98.5. I want to break 100,000. Help us break 100,000 by sharing this video, by getting into the contest, by telling your friends about it, doing all the stuff that helps us get our name out there to other people to watch this show. Remember that we've got Blade Show coming up in June.
Yes.
We will be broadcasting this show from the front of the show.
Yeah.
From the front of Blade Show. Smoky Mountain Knife Works is the main title sponsor of Blade Show again this year. Lots of awesome stuff to show you, lots of awesome stuff to give you, all of that great stuff. If you don't watch here on Facebook, make sure you're going over to YouTube and watching there. Help us grow that population as well. Go get your giveaways and all that other great stuff that we do. That's Melina. I am Andy, and this has been another episode of Guys Talk